Hello, welcome to my channel. The time now is Tuesday, 11:08 a.m. I must give praises to the Most High before I do anything. My topic today: Angry Indian. I was watching something on television, and this guy, I just don't like how people base their theories and assumptions on just because you see a person that's real dark. Um, he has to be a black Indian, and some Indians was already dark. And that don't mean I'm not being racist, but that don't mean a person got African American blood in him because he's dark. And you got some Indian that's dark, some Indian that's light. Jim Thorpe was a light skinned native, but he was an Indian. And I took that offense because I got people in my family that's Native American. Some of them is dark to the light. So I don't know where people get all these assumptions from. You basing your theory on a people that is dark. You got dark Europeans. So what's up with that? I just didn't like what they were saying. And I seen every picture that he had up there that the people was dark, and you could see that they was natives. If you, like my mother said, if you born to be something, be proud of who you are. Some people shame with their background. That's why they pretend to be Indian and stuff like that. They found Indian burial ground underneath the World Trade Center. They said Indians have been there, buried there for 5,000 years. Then some people got this theory that Indians is Chinese and white people. They not the real Indians. And, and I did my DNA, so I know people talk a lot of crap, but they don't prove themselves. You know, I had to prove myself who I am and stuff like that. Then they stupid. Um, I just got angry. So my topic they're gonna be angry red man, and people just stop doing that when every time they see a person that's dark, right away he gotta be mixed with African American or something. And this girl did her DNA. She was a Apache Indian. She had no other thing in her. She was 99% Indian. Some Indians are, so I guess she's not Indian because she looks different. If everybody was Native American, why they don't? I'm not saying you don't have to be look like something to be something, but like in all 50 states, most all the natives that I know, they look the way their ancestors supposed to look. They had a painting of this Indian that drew an Indian. He was an artist. He drew a picture of painting an Indian. I forget what state it was in a cave, and the Indian was real dark and stuff like that. He painted how Indians, I guess it was one of his relatives, and people say all kinds of stupid stuff. They did that to me in the hospital. They had put me down as black, and that's not what I am. Not that I'm discriminating. So I went right back in the hospital. They just assume who you are because your skin is a little darker. Oh, what part of Indian you is? I hate when people say that. They never ask nobody from India what part of Indian you is. And a lot of those people do have black blood in them, those East Indians and stuff like that. And some of them could be just as prejudiced too. You would think it would be a so-called European descent person. Is mostly people of color that would hate your guts more than a white person. That's what they're taught in their little so-called countries when they come here. Yeah, I don't like that. I guess my mother passed away in 2013, so I guess she wasn't Indian either. People now coming out the woodwork saying they're Indian because they think they're going to get some money. That's why everybody claim to be Indian. And half the people, just like you take a Latino person in all those Spanish-speaking countries, they wasn't speaking Spanish until the Spaniards came there. That's what I'm trying to tell people. People saying they're Spanish, you're Spanish speaking. You ain't got no proof. Or do you have any proof that you related to people from Spain? Hmm, you're Spanish speaking. You're not from Spain. But he said that kind of ticked me off. And if any real natives out there looking at this, they know what I'm talking about. You can have a light skinned Indian from light to fair skin to dark. Now me, he's mixed with anything. People just assume that it's like those other people. They always assume that they right about everything. But I don't want to get off the subject. Because he told that stuff tonight. I'm looking in the mirror. I'm questioning myself. And I'm just upset. What he said, even Puerto Rican, they got Puerto Rican that's real white to light to dark. Black people got the same thing. And I explained to a girl, she was Puerto Rican. She said she was Chinese. I said, it's impossible. All those Indians got wiped out over 4, 5, 600 years ago. So if you do got Indian in you, and you see a Puerto Rican person looking like an East Indian, that's what you got in you because they brought East Indians there as indentured slaves to Puerto Rico. I gotta do y'all research. Um, I had men and women say, I'm Taino. Taino was a man's tribe. You couldn't have been a woman in a man's tribe. And that's not how you pronounce their name. It's Taino. The Spaniards did that. So that's why y'all look like, because some of y'all look like East Indian. That's what you got in you. hmm So I even seen a cartoon show I used to watch. This guy was Puerto Rican. He lives in Puerto Rico. He had a cartoon show, channel. He's been on there with a rabbit. He said there is no more town Indians because anybody that comes from Puerto Rico would know that. See, American Puerto Rican, they going by, I guess, what somebody told them. I'm not angry with them, but those Indians got wiped out way before Columbus came. They didn't get a chance to multiply or and to make other people. They got wiped out. So all these people run around here saying they tiny. Even some other people does that from Spanish-speaking country. They be claiming to be these people. Some of them people tribes got wiped out. That's what they do in America. People claim to have an Indian in them. They get a tribe. They get a tribe that's defunct that nobody know about. So they claim them people. So now they be claiming to be those people. Those tribes are long gone. They know people. Hey, we can claim that we those people and those Indians is long dead. A lot of Indians got wiped out. They ain't had a chance to multiply because Europeans wouldn't let them, and other people that came and did the same thing and stuff. I just wanted to touch on that. I'm a angry red man, and even East Indians know when they see me. Are you American red man? That's what they say. They up on it. But that's all I wanted to say tonight. Um, if you like this video, you can comment, share, and subscribe. You can make your assumptions. But I don't like assumptions because sometimes people always assuming something and they don't even know what they talking about half the time. I'm not a genius. I'm not afraid to admit that I don't know anything. But you get those audit people, boy, you be in a hurt world of hurt. They don't ever want to admit nothing, and they don't talk like the president, and they're not the president. I don't care who don't like what I'm saying, and you could take that to the bank, because like I said before, a real news reporter ain't gonna be saying stuff I hear them say. I mean, and they love that word boss. And bosses, what do they do? Like I said before, they like to get people fired. Sometimes you don't even be doing it. You can have a good record working for him. He can just say, I'm tired, look at it. But let's fire him. That's what bosses like to do. They like to fire people for no good goddamn reason. And I'm sick of that. Like I heard, I'm not being mean like fake Mike Real News. Why would you say you want to point the guy's mother? That's a press. That's why I see y'all say stuff like that because y'all know y'all can get away with most stuff because y'all hide behind those First Amendment, and y'all can't never get in a conversation. Y'all slip it right in. Sometimes the cop be standing there, mind his own business, and y'all engage them. That's why you don't really have to say anything to you. What's this? Every time they turn around, man, I see a supervisor. What you think the supervisor going to do? You know, he might agree with the cop, and I've seen some of them agree with the cop. That's what pisses y'all asses off, because y'all can't always get y'all away acting like a damn 2-year-old. I don't like stuff like that. And like I said, if the media talk the way y'all talk, they get fired. So that's why y'all say y'all point yourself as the media, because y'all know that y'all can get away with saying. So I heard them say suck my. I know you got freedom of speech, but um, it's common courtesy. Like when a cop tried to save that stupid YouTuber life, he stand and kept on filming, and the guy was right at that time. The guy said, "Yo, stop filming me. I'm gonna go get my piece and pop your ass." And the cop was standing right there. They was having a conversation. This guy, but right away, every time they see a cop talking to somebody, they gotta stop their nosy ass, because they don't even care about no Third Amendment. They act like they care. They in there for their own self. They in that because it's a hustle. And they don't have to answer to nobody. You have to answer to God one day. That's your boss. Y'all love to run that book play by play. We your bosses. We operated. I don't think your textile will pay for no whole damn bill. You act like y'all paying for the bill and y'all stuff, and they only take a little bit of money out of your tax. If you go like y'all said, y'all be going to 10 to 20 states. Do your tax dollar cover all them states? I would think not. I mean, if you buy a soda there, that's not you're not contributing nothing, because they don't take y'all pretend y'all don't know a lot of things. And when that cop tried to save the guy's life, he turned around with to sue the cop. That's why like y'all got amnesia. If I hear somebody say I'm going home and get my gun and pop you, I would leave. For you, though, they stay in there because they want views. And a lot of them, like I said before, do not like to give their name. And some say, yes, it is required. You don't have to do no crime to show ID. Y'all force that issue so goddamn much. I get tired of looking at it. It's like y'all got amnesia. Y'all stuck on dumb and stuff like that. What's so hard about that? Because y'all exercise something that's not right. And everybody know I'm not being mad, but it's good to have a police force. This country was seized. So the law y'all follow ain't the real law either. Because the laws, the police force and all these things is a legal operation. The police force, fire department, they're illegal because it's but you know, it's glad that it's here. But you know what I'm saying? When you hear something that you don't want to not used to hearing, people call you a liar because they used to hearing a lie before they would the truth. And I see all of y'all do the same thing. I felt sorry for the cop lady. Y'all do be putting the camera in y'all face, and it do be harassment. Y'all bait the cop, and sometimes the cop, y'all would say, please uh, give me peace. You disturb my peace. How can the cop be disturbing your peace? Your stupid dumbass is the one going where he at. And if a cop is not engaging you and you engage him, he don't have to talk to you. And you can't make, if I was a cop, y'all wouldn't make me talk to you. I almost became a cop. I passed a physical and everything in New York City, but I know I would have been one of them cops knocking the hell out of y'all. And y'all do that. Y'all like this, like that stupid black guy always trying to beat the cops, make the cop think he got a gun. And if a cop shoot him, it would be justified. The cop wouldn't get in no trouble because look how he's acting. And a lot of cops get killed. Y'all don't care about cops getting killed. Y'all don't care about none but them views. So y'all can make money. It's a new hustle. It's like somebody selling drugs. That's all y'all drugged to this stuff. A lot of times you be calling a cop a tyrant. Y'all don't hardly ask how many cops you arrest. Like that's like the guys when on America asked the cop, he was shocked right away. He was thinking the cop the bad cop. It was a lady cop that was at this post office, no motor vehicles, and he said how many cops you arrested. She said a lot. Then he's like, wow, cause see y'all was assuming that they're like even though they is the public, he don't have to answer you. That's what y'all get mad about because y'all can't make him say something that y'all want him to say, and right away y'all just do that to make y'all channels look good. And a lot of times y'all want to give y'all name because a lot of y'all is criminals yourself. Y'all have a criminal mind of thinking. That's why y'all like. Well, you know, once a cop arrests you, he can find your name in it. So I don't know what y'all. All you gotta do is fingerprint you and stuff like that. It's simple. When a cop asks for my ID, I hand it to him. But y'all want to always prove a damn point. When y'all point can't get proven, I'm gonna take you to court. I got a good lawyer. I said, fine, go get your lawyer. But I'm gonna run because y'all always like to call the white man on everybody, but you don't like anybody. And all them people that y'all have on y'all channel to my there's no privacy in public, that y'all not telling the people y'all get taxed for those videos and you making money, but you using the person's image in your video. Cause without the people in the video, y'all, a lot of y'all YouTube channels be a piece of crap. Cause I've seen a lot of y'all don't even, I mean, y'all be filming, y'all just be filming stuff because y'all don't know what to do. I see one audit person filming a damn hallway on the floor. What the hell? Yo, I ain't even speak no more. But if you like what I'm saying, and I know I told y'all before, I have a GoFundMe page, but I just put money in my friend or somebody to do it. So for the Indians in New Mexico, Pueblo Village. That's why you see some Indians that say, I'm a Pueblo Apache. You really see he's from the village, Pueblo. These Indians need stoves, and I'm trying to help them, but nobody cares about Indians, and even the so-called people that saying they Native American Indian. You don't see them helping no Indians. They say, I told a girl, a lot of people say they Indian because they didn't like what happened to them in the 1800s, so they claim to be Indian. I guarantee you, half the people don't even have no Indian blood. Sometimes a person can be a mulatto. He don't have to have Indian blood. He can be just a white person, a black person. You wouldn't even see no Indian blood in them. You do DNA. A lot of them like to take DNA to my, oh, it don't work. Yes, it do work. Y'all just because y'all know if y'all took DNA, it'll prove that a lot of y'all is not who y'all say y'all is. That's all I got to say. So I'm cutting it short, and I want people to say prayers for my niece in the South, Molly Love. I did a little tribute about her the other day, and her mother is going through something. Lynette Collins, that's my niece too. So say a prayer for them, and that's all I got to say. Uh, Danada Wado. That means take care and have a blessed evening. Yawish. That's Cheyenne. I had a Cheyenne friend, and she taught me some of her language. I mean, thank you. So I gotta go now. So I'll talk to y'all later. Good night. Have a blessed evening.